Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's this time of the week that we like to say, Welcome to Eejits of the World! With you,
Glenn Wall, and you,
Andrew Maxwell. And what a cornucopia of clowns we have for you this week. We have the Eejits of coup d'etat.
We have the Eejits of the religious refurbishment.
And finally, we have the Eejits of
Slap and tickle.
Prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. You will be healed.
Yeah. I do divine it.
Well. What a week. Here at Eejits of the World headquarters, we've been glued to our screens.
Yeah.
Been a bad week for dictators.
Yes.
Bad week for the old and potential dictators.
Yeah.
Right? Now then, let us move on, though, to the fucking absolute prime, juicy Eejit of the week. Mm-hmm. Because I speak of none other, my friend, than Yoon Suk-yeol.
Well, same to you, buddy.
It's just a rumour, Glenn.
Yeah,
You know what,
where
if
there's smoke, there's fire.
Or at very least some kindling and a couple of woods being pushed together. Anyway, because the president of Korea, and we are talking about the president of the democratic end of Korea, South Korea, a couple of days ago, he just decided to give a coup a go.
Sure. Tis the season.
It's just the season for coup d'etats. He out of the blue. And it probably seemed to be completely out of the blue because not even his own allies in the Korean parliament knew that this is what was going on in his noggin.
Yeah.
He's the president. He's the president of Korea. Prior to this insane attempt at a coup d'etat, he introduced martial law, and it lasted less than 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the head of the army to ring the parliament with special forces to stop anybody getting in there to vote against his crazy idea. But they had already duffed that up because most of the parliamentarians were already in the building. And they just went and voted his stupid idea out.
I think they scaled the walls too, the ones that couldn't get in. They actually crawled over the walls.
Yes. Yeah.
Madness. You have to change the rules about that. Like, and no crawling over walls either.
Also,
I'm serious about this.
You can't be half a dictator, fella. Either you're pregnant or you're not. There isn't half a baby in there. Like, you can't suspend democracy, put the army on the streets, and then go, God, I was foiled by a technicality.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're going to enjoy dictatorship if that's the way you coup.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's apparently what he did is in the world of politics is known as a self-coup.
Oh, we've always, Christmas time, we've all done one of those.
It's called the self-coup or an auto-coup. Oh. I think that's where you...
And the medical books call it an auto-coup. Auto-coup.
That's where you take yourself to the very edge of democracy. I'm about to become an actual dictator. Apparently, it is the most erotic thing.
Oh, yeah. Once you go back to democracy.
Once you've shown everybody what a head of state you are. Yeah. Outside of Korea, though, he's quite a controversial figure. He says he's an ardent anti-feminist.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether he was expecting to see a lot of women in a Korean parliament. Like, there's a couple of them kicking around, but it's pretty sausagey in there.
Is it?
It would be, yeah. Be fairly sausagey. I mean, it's up to you. Like, I mean, that's all in the eye of the beholder, of course.
Yeah.
Who's to actually decide how much sausage is then sausagey?
I saw a clip, and everyone was in sort of grey and black suits, but some of those could be power suits.
That's true.
Yeah, I didn't even look that closely into it. But
No, you were just marveling at democracy in action.
yeah, just
People scampering over rules for democracy.
There was scuttling, there was scampering. It didn't feel like the fall of Saigon.
No.
It felt like the slip. The slip of Hanoi.
It did look like an office party. It looked like an office party's gone really badly wrong. Because I got to tell you, he's pretty loose when it comes to party time. He's probably most famous outside of South Korea because a little while back he came on a presidential visit to the White House in America, and he sang to Joe Biden. He sang American Pie by Don McLean.
Oh my God.
And it is pretty special. It is. I mean, to be honest.
It's so memorable. Even Joe Biden recalls it.
Hey, here's a guy. Here's he sing a song. That's him, yeah.
I remember that.
God, I hate I can't think of anything worse than having to be at a diplomatic event and pretending you like fucking American Pie.
Yeah, even if Don McLean had sang it, I would still be a little sort of twiddling him in a napkin. And is he, he's going to sing every verse.
Long time ago.
Yeah, but it speeds up and you're like, oh, well, finally. Finally. I'm glad it's going faster because I know it's going to end.
Oh, God. Okay, well, let's get to the bit where the Chevy's at the levee.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, I don't know which I care for less. Don McLean's American Pie or Piano Man.
Wow.
Yeah?
I would say to top both of those, Madonna's version of either would be worse.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Do you know what it reminded me of? I don't remember this. This is 20 years ago when the West really thought they could bring Putin on board.
Oh, yeah.
He went.
What did he sing?
He sang, even weirder, he sang Blueberry Hill.
I found my thrill
on Blueberry Hill. It's really weird. Because I don't even know.
He was.
His riz is almost exclusively in the "I will kill you through poisoning" riz.
No, I think he's activating an agent.
Activate Blueberry Hill. Yeah, it sounds like a bullshit suburb in New Jersey.
Yeah,
that's weird. That's where they put him.
See, this is about South Korea too. Like, I've been there many times, and I love it. And I love the food, and I love the people, but oh boy, they drink like no one's watching.
Oh, right. Well, not like the Irish. We drink like people are watching.
Well, yeah.
Relatives. Concerned relatives, mostly. It's really strange. Yeah, I do get a sense that old Yoon Suk Yeol, he was not sober. No. When he just broke into American Pie at the White House.
It sounds like he's got a karaoke thing that he does. And so he would have been practiced, he can, everybody, and this is a tip to all you kids out there, have one song that you can really get a hold of.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a time somebody will haul out a karaoke machine, and if you...
And you're trying to get a defense bill across...
Yeah, if you can rip off Achy Breaky Heart, not only will that bill get signed, you may even get laid that night.
That's right. You're going to be the most popular guy in Kentucky.
Sing a song girls like too. Don't sing Master of the Puppets or whatever.
Some women must like that band.
Not the kind that you want to haul out of a karaoke bar.
No. But is auto coup. It's such a flame out. He's made such a fucking idiot of himself. Apparently, self coup statistically since the end of the Second World War until 3 years ago. So actually, 46 until 2021.
Yeah.
There was 148 auto coups. So a self coup and auto coup is you're democratically in power, and then you use the official leverage of the state to grab more power, and next thing you're a dictator.
Right.
You know, that's what Hitler did, right? You actually use the system from within. So did Putin and all the rest of it. Apparently, auto coups have an 80% success rate. Because you've got everything going for you. You're already the head of state. You're already in charge of the army. You've got, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is like, to fuck up an auto coup is, a self coup is apparently insanely difficult to do.
See, I would think, because it sounds like something that would happen if I tried to set the timer on the microwave. I was just pressing buttons. All of a sudden, the auto coup goes off. I'm like, what?
Something went ping. And next thing, all the controversial artists disappeared.
Yeah, sorry. I turned it off once I knew, but it had already killed all of the people who wear glasses.
So, yeah. A lot of the intelligentsia were already back in the field.
Yeah, crazy.
Mental.
I unplugged it. I'm not doing that again. Again, air fryer. Just as good. Just as good.
It just turns your democracy into unicameral. Just get rid of an upper chamber.
But quickly.
Real quick.
Quickly and cheaply.
Till the pain comes. Actually, that's one of my favourite things about Korean white goods.
Oh, yes.
They all sing to you.
Yes.
They're weird. Like my washing machine is an LG. That's from South Korea. And at the end of every wash cycle, it's
yeah. Because I stay in a lot of service departments, and every once in a while I've figured out how to make the thing work, and then it whistles that tune, and I'm like, is there a fire? Is there,
No, it means it has grown very fond of you. The machine is opening its heart to you, Glenn. It is saying, stick your dirty pants in me. I like you. Put some white stuff in my mouth.
This is reminding me of a few of my relationships.
So anyway.
That was his chair, by the way.
That was my chair. It was my chair of judgment. So this story just gets more fucking so odd, so mental. Like you said, nobody was in on the coup, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. You don't want people whispering like he's got cooing on his mind. I can see he's got a coo in his eyes.
He'd gone down to the fishing bank with a fishing pole, do some good cooing. Boy, get my fishing rod. I'm a going cooing.
Yeah, the bumper sticker on his truck. If I'm not here, I'm cooing.
I'm not here. Gone cooing. How you know? The army's around the parliament. Yeah. Gone cooing.
If the parliament's a rocking, don't bother knocking. We're cooing in here. I expect we will be till midnight.
If an ultra-nationalist senator sticks his head out the window and goes, shh, we're doing some cooling up in here. Mental.
Go on, Zeke. Go on, get your coo out.
Go on, boy. Sing your cooing song.
Yeah.
Get your zygote out there.
Anybody want another January 6th song? I got a few.
Hell yeah. You want to hear American Pie, the original lyrics?
Yeah, I changed them, make them relevant.
And broadcastable. Relevant and broadcastable. Anyway, so Yoon Suk Yeol, he It all fell apart less than 2 days. Not even 2 days of a coup.
His heart wasn't in it.
Yeah, he had a coup for it. It was 2 days, 1 night.
Yeah.
It's just basically a trip.
Weekend getaway.
Yeah, it's just a trip away with her.
him and the wife went to Paris.
Just myself and the Constitution nipped away to a countryside hotel to do some amending. You know? Add a couple of clauses.
Yeah. You have the honeycomb suite.
It's so mental. Anyway, he since, in all fairness to him, like our potential dictator, he has since apologised for, and I quote, the anxiety and inconvenience the coup caused.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think this is a perfect place to put Assad.
Oh, Chinless Wonder.
Oh, he'd walk in there and just like a person that had been hired, like the wolf. You want to do a coup? Okay, here's what you do.
Did you ever actually hear Assad speak? The unbelievably creepy little voice on him.
Yeah.
He had no chin and he had this strange little voice. This how it stuck like this.
It's almost worse if that's the dictator.
That's
and
the
you're
dictator.
yeah.
The people are going missing. Where are they all going? Yeah.
Sort of like Willy Wonka.
An evil Willy Wonka. That's funky, like a really creepy little voice.
Yeah, this is why you have to be careful about those chocolate factory workers. Sometimes it can just go really wrong.
Maybe it's an all lump and not enough lump.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Something happened.
We've got almost no comedy about the fall of Bashar al-Assad except for fuck you, dude. Enjoy your time in Moscow.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to have a road back to Damascus.
Nice. And I personally hope the scales never fall from your eyes. You know what he is? He's actually, by training, Bashar al-Assad, monstrous dictator of Syria, son of a dictator, a nepo baby dictator.
Yeah.
Could anything be worse?
Baby duck.
Baby duck chevalier of the Levant. That's what you are, dickhead. By trade, he's an eye doctor. He's an eye surgeon.
Really?
He's an ophthalmologist.
Well, he's going to have a chance to dust those skills off in Moscow. Sorry, no one rides for free. We get you an apartment, but you have to pay rent.
He must be terrible. He's literally lived a life of where nobody can complain. That's all about a change, fella. Yeah. When you haven't got dungeons, turns out people get pretty opinionated and backchatty.
Yeah.
Anyway, screw him. And we wish everybody in all the communities of Syria all the very best moving forward, and Merry Christmas and all that to you.
Yeah.
So anyway, they've really cracked down on him. The Korean Parliament, their rogue president, he's banned from travel. They actually had to impeach him. They would have had to get 2/3 of the votes in the Parliament. But his allies, the people that he didn't even tell that he was going to do this, they've now stood by him. So they're not impeaching him. So it's like it's slightly less than impeachment. He's getting a yellow card, not a red card.
Right.
So his yellow card. So amazing. If only more of the world was South Korea rather than, bloodthirsty bastards like the Assads. He's been, this is his yellow card. This is his naughty step. Travel ban.
Right.
No travelling. He's agreed to a shorter term.
Right.
So he won't be around for as long. And he's not allowed to interfere in policies, either foreign or domestic. Dude, it sounds like it's time for you to get the fattest Sudoku book in the world, because you're going to be doing fuck all.
And you know who put that all together? The impeach cobbler.
The impeach cobbler?
Yeah.
Is he like a superhero?
Peach cobbler.
I know what a peach cobbler is. But is the impeach cobbler in your mind? Is he like the? Is he like the
just a guy that works down at the?
He's like the Hamburglar.
No, he doesn't have any superpowers. He just, when there's impeachments to be made, he puts it all together. He cobbles it together.
You know, the Hamburglar didn't have any superpowers either. It's not a power to be a larcenist burger thief.
Yeah. No.
But he impeached Cobbler. That's who.
Yeah, that's it means something different in Korean.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. Anyway, this is the best bit of the whole story.
Okay.
Right? So, as if all that is
better than impeach Cobbler.
No, nothing's better. No, Glenn, I admit it. Nothing's better than impeach Cobbler. Cobbler. That's the Cobbler. His arch rival. Yeah. His evil twin.
Yeah.
There's the impeach Cobbler and the impeach Clobbler.
Yeah, you wake up, you choose violence or you choose...
peach desserts.
Yeah.
Delicious peach desserts from the American South. So, everybody was trying to get ahead of it because genuinely nobody saw this coming.
No.
None of this was on the horizon.
No.
Nobody knew. No, you know, like nobody saw this coming. Like,
he could have made a lot of money if he'd put a bet on right before he did it.
That's what the impeached Clobbler would have told him to do.
Yeah. The impeached Clobbler on his right shoulder, not the impeached Cobbler on his left.
No. Yeah, he was just saying, carry out a coup. Yeah. But don't put any bets on it. He's at a party meeting of his own party, so his own conservative faction. This was what was raised at the meeting, that maybe the reason why he attempted to carry out a coup, impose martial law, and overturn the good offices of a democratic country was, and I quote, because he was lonely. He was lonely and he just needed a friend to talk to.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Please.
Come on, dude.
The Matrix is broken.
Come on, man. You can't steal, you can't steal the storyline of fucking, what was it called?
Team America.
Team America. I'm so lonely. You can't, like, that.
Well, is he going through a divorce? I've seen people get that lonely.
Oh, no, he's not.
Sounds like something's wrong.
His wife, right? She's controversial as well. She was, although he says he's an arch-feminist, anti-feminist, his wife...
Uncle feminist.
I'm an uncle feminist.
I don't even think they should be in charge of the word.
No. Maybe you want to read some Camille Paglia with me out in the shed? I got a copy of The Female Eunuch Needs Reading.
Yeah, I'm going to tie some flies, read a little Naomi Wolf.
Fly fishing with Naomi Wolf.
That's our webcast. Fly fishing with Naomi Wolf.
That doesn't mention men once. Yeah, he's lonely.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have to believe him.
I mean, nothing else makes any sense.
No.
But how? I mean, if you're lonely and you carry out a coup, all you're going to be talking to is, the Supreme Court for quite a while. Yeah. Maybe they're fun. You never know. I don't know a lot about the Supreme Court in Korea. They're clearly real fun.
But it's not like dictators are known to have a vast array of friends. These bon vivants.
No, man. Isn't it?
If anything, it's only a good way to meet Dennis Rodman.
There's lots of ways to meet Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. You don't have to have a coup to meet Dennis Rodman. You need $75, and there's an hour of your time. He will arrive at the said bar and do a meet and greet. It's not.
You just need to Google where's the nearest strip club to a tattoo parlor in Miami. Stake it out. You'll be there.
Yeah, he's probably the proprietor of said establishment.
Of strip tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well, Yoon. Suck. Yo.
Yay.
Dude.
Yeah.
Come
Sounds
on.
like he was named in New York crossing a street. Hey, Yoon.
Hey,
Suck.
Suck. Go. Suck at this, man.
Get your coup together.
Get your man, what the fuck? Declare martial law and then nobody gets locked up?
Okay.
All right. Whatever, buddy. Whatever. Suck, dude. Suck like a Mets. You're the Mets of dictators, you know that?
Dang, the Mets of dictators. Oh, my Lord.
That would hurt them. That would hurt them.
Yeah. Who's 68? Which dictator is 68? This feels like a Peter Sellers movie coming.
Well, there you go. Look, anyway, the point is, we're out there for you, buddy. There is a podcast that celebrates Eejits like you. It's us. If you need to talk, we're there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Don't be lonely.
Don't be lonely, and don't be overturning a perfectly functioning democracy because you're lonely. Like.
Yeah.
There's no shame in being lonely, so you reach out, buddy. We're available on at Eejits of the World on most of your major social media platforms.
And if you want to see what's wrong with dictatorships, maybe just look to the north.
Yes. Yeah.
You have no excuse for trying to make one.
You could cycle to a dictatorship from where you are, dude.
I wouldn't try. You'll be you won't need that. You'll be coming back quickly and you won't have your bicycle with you.
He's so great. Just being in the palace in North Korea when he gets the news. He did what? Soulmate?
But that's when North Korea turns the tables and becomes a democracy.
Wow.
Move.
Yes. A highly choreographed democracy. All these people are freely jamboreeing with these tambourines and ribbons. 50,000 women want to use a ribbon all the exact same way. Yeah.
Anyway, we salute you.
Good luck.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Mr. Glenn, do you have any stories from me?
I do. As you know, Notre Dame has been fixed back up.
Notre Dame.
Oui.
Our Lady.
Yes.
She's been gussied up beautifully.
Yeah, because she burnt down.
She did.
Yeah, now she's burnt up.
Actually looks, I have to say, as you know, I'm a huge fan of medieval ecclesiastical gussying up.
I've seen your back tattoo, yes. Aware of this.
You know how much I love Salisbury Cathedral.
I know. Interesting place you put the spire. Is Salisbury Cathedral open today? It very much
Well,
is.
let's just say the gift shop is always open. Doesn't make any sense. Beautiful cathedral, though. Notre Dame.
Yeah. And they had it burnt down, but they still are very unclear on how it did, because the one thing is they're like, maybe it was a cigarette.
Could be a cigarette.
How
A gasoline sniffing hunchback. We've not ruled out the mischievous nature of the hunchbacks of old Paris. They get quite angry because the suit does not sit on their shoulders.
No.
Dior refuses to dress them. Chanel spawns the hunchbacks. This is what makes them angry.
Yeah. I think a lot of them just want to be known as an actual moto. And they're always referred to as a sort of moto.
Oh,
A quasi
no idea what you were talking about. I actually thought you were talking about the motorway service chain.
Yeah, I was thinking on the fly there.
You know, he's not a full moto.
Not yet.
Quasi. You know, I mean, he's suspended the hump, but he is not. banned all elections.
I said, call it a hunch, but I don't think we'll ever know what made Moto sort of. I can't remember. It was back at a time you could make a hunchback joke, but yeah.
Can you not anymore? That's a shame. There's not many of them out there.
No. And the only one we had, I think we lost in the fire.
Please, I'm up here. Was so loud,
But this is why I think something shady's up, because they said that a cigarette burned it down now. I'm like, I'm sorry, if you had something in Paris that made it all the way through the 60s, where like everybody was smoking 2 cigarettes, like that was... And that wasn't, I have 2 sides to my mouth and 2 nostrils.
It's like a ménage à trois. Who do I smoke first? You light each other for a bit. Yeah.
If Notre Dame made it all the way through the Paris in the 60s, then I can't see how, like, the one old lady that is left in Paris that smokes, like, did she flick it from the old folks' home all the way across the Seine? I've been waiting for years to try this. And it's it.
It's a vape. The vapes is what did it.
Oh.
Could be. Anyway, it's looking lovely
no
now.
defense for the vape.
No. Sadly, a 1,000-year-old castle. Church castle. Cathedral. That's what the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Church castle.
I was genuinely... I was really upset when it burnt down. It is a truly magnificent... It's one of the finest buildings in the whole of Europe. Along with Cologne Cathedral as well.
Don't call Paris the whole of Europe.
Some of it is the cleft of Europe. The discreet orifice of Europe.
The birthday city.
I would say, you know how Paris is absolutely overrun by Americans?
Yeah.
Yeah. They treat it like a French Prague. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Yanks there. And I was outside while they were rebuilding Notre Dame. I just happened to be, I was gigging there last year. And it was a lovely evening. And I was just sat outside. You know, there's lots of people sit outside. And, you know, they'd actually put these sort of temporary kind of bleachers. You know, stands where people could sit and just look at, you know, the cathedral and whatnot. And this American dude walked past. I don't know where she was from because she didn't get a word in edgeways. But he walks past and he was, you know, that kind of, I've travelled kind of guy, you know.
Yeah.
He was a bit wanky. He wasn't your fat yank. Gee whiz, look at all these things, Martha.
Yeah.
He was that kind of guy, you know.
Yeah, permanent squint.
Exactly. I think you'll find that's not the term you use for that guy.
Yeah.
One of those fuckers. Anyway, he goes past and everybody's there taking pictures and the sunset is beautiful on the front of the cathedral. And he goes past, look at all these idiots just queuing up to look at some church. And like, I mean, I'm not even French or anything, but it was just, I couldn't help myself. I just went, that's some church, buddy. It's fucking Notre Dame. It's one of the finest fucking buildings in civilization. And he goes, still a church. Right? I went, it's better than your fucking church, you arsehole. At which point, he gets offended. He's like, oh, fuck, dude. Oh, I'm sorry for mocking your fucking prairies, half Lithuanian fucking Lutheran shack that you were baptized into.
You've never had a cabbage roll there.
Shut up. It's amazing. He was like, he went instantly from, I'm like the coolest hacky sack guy in Berkeley.
Yeah.
Don't talk about where mama raised me.
Well,
that's how very strong feelings for Notre Dame.
When they were going to rebuild it, there was some talk. There was people that like put forward. They were going to change it. There was talk of like giving it a modern spire and like using it as a chance. And one of the things that was it wasn't dismissed out of hand. It actually got some traction. To have a pool on the top of it.
Oh my god,
a public pool.
Oh dear. I mean, on the upside, I guess it's lowers the fire risk again. Chocolate, pull the plug.
It would be kind of one of the. It would be one of those things that I'd be so against, but it would be the first thing I do if they did it.
Fuck yeah.
I would be up there. Yeah.
So please don't judge me, but if Soho House open a place on top of a cathedral, I'm eating sliders and drinking cocktails by the pool.
Or like worse,
on top of the Vatican.
Like a water park. One of those ones, like a slide, you get on a mat. It's like, okay. Make sure you keep your hands in or you'll go flipping off into the distance.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the reason it's obviously they've reopened it.
Yeah.
And Macron, I mean, politically, he's an absolute, he's in a massive mess right now in the world of French parliamentary democracy. But he'd said that he was going to get it reopened on time, and they did.
Yeah.
They were going like it is apparently sparkly. This is how good a job they've done of renovating Notre Dame. The only complaint anybody's got is it's too clean.
Very French.
Very French complaint, isn't it? Your bits don't smell.
Why have you not washed it for a week and just spread cologne on it and acted like that was a shower?
Yes. You are beautiful cathedral. I must go away and worship other gods for some time. But when I'll return, I want your flying buttresses to be slightly oily.
I want to be able to smell them.
Please stop using electricity. Go back to scented oil lamps. Yeah, it was Trump. Shows up there. It was a big ceremony, right? And Macron knows how to butter up Trump. Anything big and shiny.
Yeah. Yeah,
he really knows. No other world leader.
He's actually heard of Notre Dame, too.
Yeah. Yes.
That's where that little cartoon guy was.
Apparently he had a hemp. He's a horny guy with a hemp. Who knew? He's a hot chick. He's a horny guy with a hemp. What's he got? You got to use what you got. Not everything is amazing like me. Use your hump. Get 2 humps, buddy. One on the front. Make it gold. Have a big golden hump. But they had their usual weird handshake off.
Oh yeah.
You know when they have the power handshake?
Oh yeah, like in Over the Top when they're getting ready to arm wrestle.
Ivan Drago.
Okay, you guys both got to hold on to these little handles and then get your shake ready.
Get your NATO shake ready. 2% extra budget. What I'm saying, this time round, their handshake lasted 17 seconds. But that's not their record. It was the first time Trump won office and Macron put on the massive parade for him up the Champs-Élysées and the whole thing. Their handshake then was, I've got it written down here, it was 29 seconds.
That's a long time for some people. Last time I got up the Champs-Élysées.
Last time I had a victory parade. Let's have a go. Let's have a go and see how long we can shake hands with, right? Right, here we go. Right. Now that is... let's go. We're presently on 7 seconds there.
Yeah, it feels longer for you. I'm squeezing your arm.
You got a real good grip there, buddy.
Yeah, you better tell your friends about who's got the good grip.
I gotta say, it's getting real weird here. We got another 10 seconds.
Yeah. This is.
I think after maybe 2 seconds, it's.
You don't come here for the hunting, do you?
I'm mostly here for the fishing. There you go. So that's it.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, it's my country. I've got the shiny new cathedral. What have you got?
My city. I got more people in it than you do.
Yeah, that's right. Fair. But it's a weird moment with handshaking where
Yeah.
I think after maybe 2-3 seconds, you're not shaking hands, you're holding hands.
Yeah. 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 Well, it's the piss rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything longer than 3, you're playing with it.
I'm sure in the decorum lessons class it's now called the piss rule.
Well,
in the finest finishing schools on Lake Lausanne. All right, ladies, get in here.
Yeah, get those books off your head.
You're done with the books on the head. It's time to break down for you little ladies the 3-second piss rule.
Why you ladies have penises, I don't know.
All I know is I'm happy.
I put an ad in the magazine and you showed up.
Yeah, first time I took a look at you, I wasn't confused. I could see this. You could hold a very large book on your head.
Stage 1.
Biological little ladies can only put pamphlet on her head for more than 10 minutes. Anyway, so Trump, in this already kind of strange little visit,
yeah,
he bumps into the Crown Prince of England. He bumps into Prince William.
Weirdo. Yeah.
Bumps into Prince William. And in an interview afterwards, they have a meeting and all the rest of it. And I quote, Donald Trump said of the future King of England, he said, he looks better in person.
God, what sort of pictures has he been looking at of him?
He's a beautiful guy, much better in person.
Yeah. Yeah, those pictures I ordered online of him.
So Trump, in the interview, right, he goes, yeah, he looks much better in person. He also said, he rambles off, Trump goes, I used to love the Queen, great lady. I would always ask her, this is Trump telling us what he was, right? He goes, every time I was with her, I'd always ask her, who's your favourite president? She would never tell me. She was a real lady. She'd never say. But I think deep down, a lot of people say it's me. I mean, as if being the Queen wasn't weird enough to have this mad lunatic show up going, who's your favourite?
That's the oddest response to her death that I've seen anybody do.
Yeah.
Like, I could not do my Queen bit. We can't get a confirm or denial out of this. So the nation mourns, and he's just like, I'll just say I was her favorite. It doesn't matter. Can't check now.
The minute she passed away, I thought that's me on the board, number 1. It was her dying moment. She texted me with her little hands, little purple hands. She texted me. She said, I have Liz Trust here. What do I do? Don't worry. I said, don't worry about it. Who's your favorite? And you know he did.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way he's lying about that. There's 100%.
Maybe she was like a massive trumper. She couldn't say it out loud. You know, they're not allowed to have opinions, which is why they're.
Come on, Lizzie, it's just me and you.
Yeah.
I'm the president, you're the queen.
But it's
you
also...
gotta give me a clue. I know you can't say it out loud. Just give me a clue. And you know what she did? She went over to the corner with the toys. The toys are for the young princess. And you know what that sweet lady did? She started building a wall. Out of Lego. She's building a little Lego wall.
Message received, Liz. Message received. Well, and also, who wasn't at the big reopening? I thought the Pope didn't show up.
What?
Yeah, the Pope didn't come to the reopening of Notre Dame.
Well, that is really weird. Like, so the French secular state has dumped millions into rebuilding one of your houses of worship, and you don't even show up.
Do you know why he said he didn't?
Why?
He said he didn't want to overshadow the occasion.
What?
Which is also like, first of all, your name is not John or Paul, so you ain't overshadowing shit, buddy. Nobody knows what your name is. Yeah, we know some people are like, he's like from Spain, right? Sort of. Argentina.
Yeah, yeah. You're no Pope Pius III, dude.
Nah.
You're no Pope Innocent the 12th.
Yeah, like you wouldn't even overshadow Justin Trudeau if he showed up. And I'm not, I'm not like doing a hometown squawk there. I'm saying even Trudeau would probably, like, if you sat at a table with the Pope and Trudeau, you'd probably drift into conversation more. You'd know more things to ask him,
right?
Because the Pope right now, nobody really knows what he's about or what he's for. Like, I've got
he's just bought himself a fully electric Pope mobile.
The electric Pope mobile.
Yeah.
That sounds like the name of his band. Then him and other cardinals have.
I'll be honest with you. If the electric Pope mobiles were the next band on, I'd go hit a Dutch outside and come back in and watch them.
All rolling out in their little bubbles, like hamsters. And he mostly covers the Misfits, but it's good. It's like
it's one of those terrible Limp Bizkit hip hop rock fusion bands. The lead is called Il Papa.
Just trying to keep his hat on. Sometimes it falls off, and he's chasing it around the ball.
Yeah, that's how they're getting relevant now.
Yeah. I just think what a poor excuse, and probably it's just like deep down, it's like you know, pickleball's really popular now, and I got through to the semis. The Vatican City has a tournament. I didn't know.
We love pickleball. Trust me, it is a massive improvement on what we used to like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
This time it's pickleball, not pick a ball.
That's how we trick people to come down and play the game at the first. We said it really quickly.
Come on, pick a ball. Oh, me? Yes, you. But don't walk over that line, because then you are in a different jurisdiction.
Racket's kinky.
Well, what a very modest Pope.
Yeah, he stayed away. I think it means he did it.
I only
didn't want to get arrested for arson.
You know what? I only do this podcast to hear your latest conspiracy theory. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Pope burned down Notre Dame
with a cigarette.
And the really bad coaching staff and a terrible offensive line. Notre Dame.
Yeah, lady.
Well, maybe. I mean, that's all you can say. Maybe. The Pope was jealous that somebody else would have an equally wonderful Catholic cathedral. One that's so good it might challenge his basilica.
He had basilica envy.
Yeah, don't we all? Don't we all? I'd love to know what a basilica is. Why it
does sound like something that...
Sounds the only thing better than a cathedral.
It sounds like one of those medicines you see advertised during American sport. Basilica. Don't take it, both your eyes still work.
Always consult your basilica. Myxomatosis. Eye falling out.
Yeah. If you start thinking about koi cup, please hide your rifle. Basilica.
Is your national cathedral on fire?
You need basilica.
Please ask your pharmacist for basilica. Well,
there we go.
Well, there you go.
That's that done.
This international diplomacy. We're getting through a lot of stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got a story for me, Mr. Glenn?
I do. And this came across my radar, and I was initially all for it because slap therapy is now on the cards.
Slap therapy.
And I thought,
therapy.
Yes. This is exactly what some people need. A little bit of slap therapy.
Every Saturday night in Watford.
Yeah.
Come and get your slap therapy. Slap therapy. So tell me, what is slap therapy?
Well, it turns out that's not what that is at all. It's a gentleman who claims that he can slap diseases out of you. And not just like gout, which sounds like it might work.
Like the best fighting talk I've ever heard. I'm going to slap lung cancer out of you.
Yeah. I'm going to cure you. I'm going to beat you so hard you're going to live longer. How's that sound?
I'm going to activate your white blood cells with the back of my hand. Ring on. Wow. So where's our slap therapist?
Yeah, it was somewhere in the Western world. Somebody who should have known better.
Should have known better.
Yeah.
I was here. Was
Was
here at
it?
the case, yeah. He's talking about this is
Yeah.
the dude who's gone to jail.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was here. But he's from America. But, it happened here.
Hong Chi Shuao.
Yes. Yes.
10 years. 10 years he's been sent down for.
Well,
I think
he didn't slap the woman to death. She just stopped taking her insulin.
So somebody died from his slapping.
Yeah, you can't just go to jail for 10 years for slapping somebody, regardless of what you said you were doing with that slap.
Depends how hard you slap him.
Yeah, that's true.
Where you slap him.
That's true. But, and that was the other thing. Like, what it was supposed to be the cure for, it was like, if somebody was like, hey, I heard you got diabetes. Yeah, I do. You want me to slap that out of you? No, I'm good with the insulin. Like it's not, and he never ever claimed that insulin doesn't work. It's just a little plastic. It's not even needles anymore. It's a little plastic disc and like a beeper kind of thing on your hip.
That doesn't sound as easy as slapping people.
Yeah, I'll slap that out of you instead. That sounds a lot worse than what you were going to do.
Our character here, he's a guru in the world of alternative medicine.
Yeah.
And there's now 2 people have died. There's a 7-year-old boy in Australia,
Yeah.
Because apparently it's not slapping where normal people would slap people. On the ass. Right? Medically slap their asses. Yeah. Maybe flick one on a big old titty. No. Or perhaps a lady with a glove slapping a man across the face for being fresh at a ball.
Yeah.
No. The slapping apparently was mostly focused on heads and joints. If you had a disease, he could slap it out of your head.
Yeah. Yeah, which to me, I mean, I feel sorry for the woman who lost her life, but if anybody needed a slap, it was somebody that believed something like that.
Yes, it's very hard as a skeptical neutral in this story to go, sorry, you thought you could be slapped healthy.
Yeah.
That's exactly the sort of person I'd like to slap.
Yeah, like if it got brought up in court, like even the judge would have to be like, well, I might have slapped her too if she said something like that. Like if I had any skin in the game, I may
slap skin.
Yeah. Be like a scene from Airplane.
So mental.
Yeah, like how do you develop slap therapy? Do you have roving salesmen showing up door to door? Hey, ma'am, have you got diabetes? Would you like me to slap it out of you? I'll come in. I'll do a demonstration.
Oh, this guy had they said it was a cult-like atmosphere. People would go away for a week and go to like a country retreat. And there was like this lady who was the victim. She was one of like 50 devotees. He's going around slapping 50 people all week. Like, I mean, how much whiskey does that take? You know what I mean? What just asking them to be irritating in company.
Yeah, you can come to my retreat, but you have to have a weird sort of whistle when you breathe.
Please show up with your most annoying traits. Really annoying.
Can I hear your laugh before you? Is it sort of a cackle like?
Please. All cacklers, fine it. You will be slapped first and last.
Yeah. We're really gonna dig deep and get that. Oh, you're riddled with something. We're gonna have to really
Slap you.
Yeah.
So weird. Like how? Like what? How many other crackpot things must you've done first?
Yeah.
That somebody's just offering to beat you up.
And it doesn't like you would have had to have heard about it anywhere else. Like it would there'd have to be like a low level buzz on the street going like, you know they can slap diabetes out of you. Really? Oh yeah. Oh, I see you're taking some chemotherapy there. You got cancer? I get somebody to slap that out of you.
Each one of these fingers represents a cancer I could slap out of you.
Yeah, but you'd have to hear it from different sources and
how does it come up? Like it's just, it's not like an
would,
ointment. People will drink pretty much anything. They'll inject things, they'll huff things, they'll put stuff on their skin.
But you'd be meeting people going, oh no, I was really sick, but I got it slapped out of me.
So mental. It's so odd. Like, how do you get to the point where you're at the slap therapy weekend?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For a treatable disease.
Were you originally being vied into a Mexican street gang? Everybody was stomping me, man, and I could feel my asthma clearing up.
It would have to be, yeah. You have to have not really been slapped before.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I would react as somebody who has been slapped around a couple of times. I wouldn't really take to that.
No, and you'd know that there's no medical benefit for it.
No. Other than getting my goat.
That's right. I'll get your goat. You want your goat got out of you? Come here. I'll slap your goat out of you.
You're gonna trust me. Your goat's gonna be ready for action by the time. Mental.
Yeah. People are out there trying to get things slapped out of them.
But there's so many other ways. Like, here's your check of things you should do. You've got an ailment. Number 1, ignore it. Yep. If that's your number 1 option. Number 2, go to the doctors. Number 3, ignore what the doctor says.
Yep.
Then wait till it's too late. Ask another doctor. Ta-da! None of that involves some random dude slapping you.
Yeah. And like taking a tap on his phone from it's not free. Sorry, I'm trained.
I actually now have a big ache in my shoulder from slapping everybody else, so I'm going to have to employ somebody else to slap me while I slap you.
Yeah, I'm the only one who can do it, and I can't reach my shoulder. It's one of those things. You can't slap yourself in the shoulder. I do.
That's why I've got an incredibly sore shoulder.
Yeah,
I'm slapping all yous. So crazy. But yeah, people used to take castor oil, so there you go. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cod liver oil. People used to think the oil of a cod.
Oh, there was some horrible burps in the 70s.
Yeah.
right around 9:30, 10 a.m. After you'd sucked that cod liver oil pill down and
it released within you. Yeah.
It sounded like the Vikings were coming.
The Vikings are coming. Hope they're not going to slap us around and make us healthy.
Yeah, they'll do one of those things.
Well, but he's gone away now. Good luck, dude.
Yeah.
Pursuing your medical career behind bars.
And trying to convince the gangs in prison that you can slap them healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did that to one guy. And then they didn't do that anymore.
Yeah, the only way it works in prison, they can slap you quiet. That works.
What you do in prison is you find the biggest, meanest guy there, and you slap the smallpox out of him.
You cure his hearing issues. So mental. Stop trying weird shit. Do normal things. Paracetamol, not too many.
Mm-hmm.
Go to doctors. There's loads of them.
Yeah.
And when they're not golfing, they're pretty good at their job.
Yeah.
When they're not golfing.
Yeah.
Don't ever ask them any medical advice when you're actually on the fireway with them.
Get yourself a prescription for basilica and go home.
That's it. You'll find that you're going to be perfectly fine with a course of basilica. But always ask your pharmacist. Well, there you go.
All right.
What a weird old world we live in.
Yeah.
Faith healers. Healers of faith. Slappers of faith.
Yeah.
Lovely shiny churches. Ignored by popes.
Korean dissidents. Because
I don't know what the hell. Disobedient. Just lonely.
Yeah.
He could have made a bit of slap therapy. Might have helped him, actually.
Holy shit, we just figured out who needed the slap.
Yeah. The only person who actually needed a slap was the president of South Korea. One solid one across the cheeky chops.
That's what he should have been sentenced to.
One slap.
Like one slap to prove that it worked. Like, okay, you slap some sense into him and you walk free. Make it a good one.
This is justice how it should be done, Mr. Glenn. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Eejits of the World. We are on all the social media platforms. We're on all of them. If you're there, say hello. It's Eejits of the World.
Yeah.
And like and subscribe and, comment under the clips and...
Get on the streets.
Leave reviews. Get out there on the streets. Hang around outside recently refurbished houses of the Lord.
Yeah.
They're popular at the moment.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate that.
Memorize these podcasts and tell them to friends at parties.
Around a crackling fire.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Get your in between while waiting for the s'mores to be ready. Just recite whole sections of Eejits of the World. We'd appreciate that.
My parents were friends with the s'mores growing up. Used to go to their house on Halloween.
Lovely people. The s'mores. Schmo nice. Well, it has been a Pod People production.
Pod People production.
All right.